running start as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Here we go. Blue 22. Blue 22.
The run inside. It's Taylor. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking for a man. It's Rayner. Fires to the big fella. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
There used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
And the Longhorns peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. The throw to the outside is complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him. You better wrap him.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
All right, offense, it's got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play, giving up the sack.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. The sweet feet buy a little time. Complete to the right. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to pass. It's Rayner. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! Quick strike through the air for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And it's no good. He missed the extra point. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Benjamin. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
They'll ride the hot hand. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing more. Makes the grab. It's Robinson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. it is Texas who holds the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. On the gun, on third down, Dante Moore. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on fourth. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
On the move, he fires. Oh, it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running inside, it's Benjamin. Across the 25, he's got room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy is going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. Got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Dante Moore. Here's a heat. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
In the gun on third down. Moore on target. Powers through. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Dante Moore wants to throw again. He makes his way into the end zone, and they've got a 2-point lead. get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Headed outside, it's Taylor. Can't get him to the ground.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Back to throw, it's Rayner. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Now he'll throw back into the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The run inside. It's Benjamin. And they don't pick up anything right there, but at least they avoid getting tackled in their own end zone.
And this offense doesn't have much space to go backwards anymore. They've given that up, man. You got to be physical. You got to find a way to get this ball out of the area of your own end zone. You don't want to flirt with the safety. And that means being physical and getting it back downhill, not going backwards.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Little bit of uncertainty there. Play clock down to 4, and they'll call a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. So now it's 2nd and long. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Moore. Firing to the right, complete. He's down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a first down as they try to score one late in the half. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Moore will throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Eakin. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Alabama pushing the tempo. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. Got his man on the right. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Moore to the air again. And wings it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Here's Moore to throw. This time it's complete.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. Moore from the gun on third down. Finds his man. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Another great third down for this offense, man. They put themselves in some positions where they've got to execute, they've got to be good, and man, have they. That is the most crucial down coaches will talk about. Got to be great on third down, and so...
Picked off to stop the threat. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Taylor has it. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. It looked as if he got a hand on it before it traveled 10 yards, and that's going to be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Benjamin.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Throwing Moore. Fires to the big fella. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Motion from the back. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll run the counter. Oh, there's the ball. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Makes a catch. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
To the edge, it's Benjamin. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Dante Moore. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Guys, they're going to pass on taking the short 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. Quick strike complete. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And they decided to go for it. They decided to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
That's caught. It's Durham. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Moore. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind.
He caught it! They will score! Touchdown, Longhorn!
Yeah, I'll tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment, late in the 4th quarter, when you need the 2-point conversion?
Now they'll try to tie it up with the too late. Dropping back, it's Rayner. Dumps it to the back. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls it on the option. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Running inside, it's Benjamin. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be 4th down.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hands to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Fourth down, more. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
College football is a game of inches. Let's see how this thing plays out, man. They were just trying to ice the game. If they could have gotten that 4th down, that was ball game. Now the opponent has life. Their defense has given them a chance. Let's see what they can do.
Looking to throw, it's Rayner. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
The Longhorns come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. The option, the keeper. Maybe some room here. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for the edge, it's Taylor. Breaks the tackle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground. Touchdown, Texas! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and give me one more stop.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the two. To throw, it's Rayner. Pressure coming. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Crosses midfield. Past the 30. He's at the 20. He just sets sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a two-point return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Here's Moore to throw. Right on the money.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? Just feels like every time this QB is throwing the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this two-minute situation.
Finds his big tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Man, that clock is ticking, so we've got to make sure. I understand if I don't get the first down, I got to get out of bounds. I think he should have got out of bounds to stop this clock. This offense, they got to hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage, and start running some plays.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. He hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
On target over the middle.
And I like the way the QB just did that right there, man. You spread everybody sideline to sideline. You see it's man coverage. You got your running back in the slot. You like that matchup. He wins. That is great job identifying the defense, knowing what they're in, and getting the ball to your playmaker, and he delivers for him.
Going over the top. It's caught. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. Ball is down. They use the timeout. Clock showing 4 seconds and a possible game-winning kick in the offing. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Throwing more. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Conley, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.